All right, let's do a test 1, 2, 3. Does this actually work? What happens if you drop it off the barn roof? Will it work? Well, so it turns out you can drop this stuff off of a barn roof and everything's fine. I'm not gonna try it too often. Anyway, we finally have our new truck. Only took 20 months to get it, but the F-250 is here. We're really hoping that it helps a lot come springtime, moving everything around. Today though, we are gonna give it its first real test. We have a huge load to pull. Okay, log splitter, maybe not quite, but we're splitting wood. Oh, good. It made it. I always get nervous whether that actually is roadworthy. Anyway, the wood is already cut for us. We just have to cut it up and split it now. These barn beams, we're gonna keep a couple for ourselves. We've sold a few. Don't seem to have any takers on any other ones, so we might as well make some firewood for the winter with it. I'd say it looks like a pretty calm and quiet place to be. Unfortunately, we're going to stir them up a little bit because it's time to put fresh sand in. If you'll remember, at one time I thought we were doing straw. We changed our mind. Okay, fueled up, aired up. Now we'll go get the sand slinger. Come on, old girl. Come on, out you go. I need the stall for a minute. You can come back in a few minutes. Come on, out you come. Out you come. Good girl. if you've been following along since the beginning, you'll know that one of the things we were intending to do was to try straw first. We've actually got the big straw chopper that we're going to use a little later this afternoon. And the idea was we would have a sand base, put straw in, and kind of have that like combination. The challenge we ran into was actually, the biggest challenge was the slot where the manure drops down into the gutter. We clearly didn't make that wide enough, or the chopper doesn't chop the straw fine enough. I don't know, it's hard to say which is the bigger issue, but that was our issue. So we actually quit doing straw early on, just because there was so much going on with training cows and doing all that kind of stuff. We said, okay, let's just go straight to sand. We've got Cam and Steph's sand bucket just around the corner. Let's use it, and then come winter, we will go back and try the straw again. Sorry, I'm doing this at the same time as talking, and I really don't want to bend anything, back into anything. Anyway, so we've been doing sand for 6 months. The thing about doing sand for 6 months is you grow to really like doing sand. The cows really love laying on it. It's nice, comfortable bedding. It's really easy to manage. Like straw, you know, we'd probably have to put in every, well, let's say twice a week, maybe 3 times. And this sand pile behind me, it's a little kind of in the way of this door, so we better not put a dent in the door. Anyway, yeah, we'd have to do it like twice a week, which isn't a huge deal, but sand you're doing once every other week, maybe even a little less than that. So I mean, there's one benefit right there, is just the time savings. The cows really like it, as I said. It's really clean. The cows, I think, stay really clean, especially if they use a little bit of the brush once in a while, just to get a bit of that sand if they do have any on their back. Like, it works really well. I know we're going to like it less when we have to get an excavator in to dig out the manure pit, but I've decided that I like sand so much that I am going to enjoy 364 days a year of sand, and I'm going to really hate the one day that we have to hire an excavator and haul sand out of the pit and spread it out. Well, there you have it. Sand in the barn. That'll do us for a couple of weeks. would appear M&M had no interest in getting out of the way. I guess she's got a blanket now? I don't know. That's bedded up. There's a couple of spots. That front corner I always have a little trouble getting into. Just, I don't really want to hit the fan, so I'll grab the fork, spread around the corners that I didn't hit. But otherwise, that finishes up bedding. It's one of those things, the straw chopper works great. I think it would work great if we were bedding those stalls up there, but since we're not, I actually think we'll probably end up selling it just because, well, I'm not gonna lie, it seems a bit excessive to have a straw chopper to bed one pen when I can just throw in a bale once a week and roll it around. Yeah. But that's a springtime problem. In the meantime, we'll bed it up, they'll be tucked in, and that'll do it for the week.